Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. In 1699, ladies and gentlemen, Guru Gobind Singh took the right stand for Bharat when he founded the Khalsa Panth. Khalsa are those who are pure, those who are clear, those who are the ones who are going to be the safeguard, the guardians of society or Bharat. He also formed the 5 Ks, that is Kesh, Kada, Kanga, Kirpan and Kacha. These were becoming ordained, and as he brought in why these aspects will be brought into place. He also had the Panj Pyare who went to Kashi Vishwanath to get Diksha. So this entire aspect of the Khalsa Panth in Sikhi or in Sikhism was with the motive of protecting people and also creating a barrier, a resistance. And there are families across castes in the Hindu community who contributed their sons and daughters towards the Khalsa Panth. Vahir, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, means those who are unrivaled. So when somebody says Khalsa Vahir, now the seat of the Khalsa Panth is the Akal Takht. Now, when somebody starts a Khalsa Vahir kind of a campaign, it would be on the face of it with the motive of trying to bring back people to Sikhi, bring back pride in the Khalsa way and the Panthic way, and also try and revive the teachings of the Sikh Gurus, which ended with Guru Gobind Singh. But what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, is a cause for concern, and the person who's doing it is also a cause for concern. Because in the garb of trying to bring back pride into Sikhism, to say that those who are pure, those who are clear are the ones who are unrivaled, that's what Khalsa Vahir would mean. And Amritpal Singh Bhinder, Amritpal Singh is trying to play Bhinderwale too. That means he's trying to push the agenda of Khalistan. The kind of words which are being used in the rallies are a cause for concern. The kind of slogans that are being raised by this man who's come back after spending nearly 10 years in the US. He's gone to Georgia and then he's come back. And what he's trying to do on ground, trying to appropriate Waris Punjab Day of Deep Sidhu. Again, they say Waris Punjab Day. We are the real children, or Waris heirs of Punjab is what Waris Punjab Day would mean. But there, what is the slogans that are being raised are Khalistani slogans. That means secessionist slogans, breaking away from India, pushing a narrative that's been fomented by the Pakistanis, by the ISI establishment, by those who want to carve out the India portion of Punjab along with Haryana and Himachal and then call that Khalistan, while totally leaving out the part that continues to be occupied and being ruled in Pakistan. All the Sikh, it was that random line which was drawn across our borders, which ensured that all the Sikh destinations like Nankana Sahib, Kartarpur Sahib lie on the other side. In a land where Sikhs have been culled, they have been totally demolished and wiped out of existence, either converted or culled. They are the ones who are pushing this agenda of breaking India. Why are people like him? That's the concern that's being raised. Let's try and understand this very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. What is the Khalistani threat under the garb of Khalsa? That's why I'm being very careful here. There is nothing wrong in Khalsa. There's nothing wrong in saying that Khalsa Vahir. But the people who are saying it, with what intent are they saying it? They're actually spreading. Amritpal Singh is launching Khalsa Vahir campaign. He launched it in November 2022. He launched it from the Akal Takht. He announced weapon marches as part of the campaign. Then he urged Punjab's youth to join open display of arms, while the sloganeering is leading towards a secessionist bent. He's already recruited more than 3,000 people. He wants those who disrespect Guru Granth Sahib to be killed. So this is again furthering blasphemy, violence, taking law into their hands, and he's turning around and saying, you take my name, put my name in the FIR saying I have done it. That's the level to which the slogans are inflammatory. You are bound by a constitution. There is a law against disrespecting religious sentiment. You're supposed to say, catch those people, put them to the law, and encourage people not to disrespect Guru Granth Sahib. But go ahead and kill them? That's extremist. Again, calls for a Singhu border style protest over prisoners, Khalistani prisoners. Now, this is where the agenda unravels, ladies and gentlemen. And then there is more as far as this person is concerned. This provocation, separatist who's on India's radar. He said Waris Punjab Day is playing the role of an extremist organization. This is what intelligence agencies are very clearly seeing because they're monitoring the speeches, the tone and tenor that's being adopted. Question is, why are they getting a free run in Punjab? Our investigations editor Manoj Gupta getting us these inputs that it's a well-planned movement that is gaining momentum down on ground. Public opinion around Amritpal Singh is divided on ground because not many agree with the tone and tenor of what he's trying to say. Although there are names which are very benign or very pure, talking towards getting back to Sikhism and bringing people who are being perhaps appropriated by this conversion mafia and being weaned away from Sikhi to try and bring them back into Sikhism. But what is the real motive? This Khalistani agenda, this K agenda. Amritpal's speeches could steer youth towards extremism because they are highly incendiary and inflammatory. That's the question that we asked tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go quickly to our guests on this. The call is for Khalsa Wahir. That means pure, clear, unrivaled Khalsa Wahir. But is the intent secessionist? Is there a Khalistani intent to it? Let's go across to our guests who clearly would know and understand far more about Sikhi than I do, and my limited understanding I've tried to share with our viewers at the top of this edition of The Right Stand. RP Singh, Sardar RP Singh of the BJP is with us, Jitendra Ojha, geopolitical expert with us, Ramneek Singh Maan, political analyst, and Parvinder Singh Sethi, also a political analyst with us. Namaste, Jai Hind to everybody. Thank you very, very much for joining us. This is a cause for concern. When you use the Khalsa Panth, you do use a religion, a faith, the bedrock on which it was created. You try and convolute the history and then manufacture narratives which make you feel alienated to your own motherland, to your own country. Sardar RP Singh, how would you respond? And is Amritpal Singh a cause for concern, especially if he's being referred to as Bhindranwale too?
Anand, first let me say this on the very offset that you have well defined the complete subject, and don't say that you don't know about Sikhi. You know much better than many others, including me, about Sikhi. Only thing is that you don't follow the tenets of Sikhism, but otherwise, as far as knowledge goes, there's nothing less. But coming to the subject, now I have to say one thing which will shock everyone here. I was in Hajur Sahib during Hola Mohalla, and I happened to visit the shops outside. There were T-shirts of Deep Sidhu. That time Amritpal was not there in the scene. Amritpal is just 3 months thing. So Deep Sidhu with Bhindranwale's pictures were there, and Khalistan Jindabad T-shirts were being sold. I went and asked one of the shopkeepers that who gave you these T-shirts to sell here, and why? I mean, out of all the ways, all the place, Nanded Sahib. He said, sir, someone came and gave us free and we are selling it. So it's not that 3 month span or 4 month span. This is a complete game plan which is happening. There are agencies, there are a set of people who are working behind it, and then there are people who are marketing the complete subject. I'm sorry using that word, marketing the complete subject, and so well orchestrated that it is gaining ground, it is gaining attention also on the ground, and there's a very thin line between the Khalsa movement or the purification movement, or asking people to have Amrit, have nectar, and Khalistan. There's a very thin line which is happening in between. You rightly said so, but as on face, I mean, they don't talk about Khalistan. I mean, they talk about that we are here to do away with all the wrongs which are there within the Sikhism as per their idea of Sikhism. Again, I mean, I don't adhere to that idea of Sikhism when they throw the stools or chairs from the Gurdwara for the elderlies who can't sit, who can't squat down in Gurdwara, and then that's being thrown and burnt, and saying that you can't have a chair and stool inside the Gurdwara because the Guru Granth Sahib inside. The subject is Guru Granth Sahib is there to understand as a text, as a spiritual text. We have a tenet to follow, but that doesn't avoid you from taking. Earlier, I remember my mother used to have small gaddi, I mean small sort of a pillow when she used to go, and then she used to keep where she has to sit because it was difficult for her. Now people have graduated from that pillow to probably a small stool, but that's how. I mean, picking up issues which are general in subject, general in theology, and then trying to spread a message. For example, Christian missionary issue. You can see my pin tweet in April 2021. I started racking up this issue. I said, gradually Punjab is converting Christians, and it's not me. It's the Ankur Chawla, one of the Ankur Nurullah, one of the pastors who's on record said that we have converted 20% Punjab into Christianity, and I've been ongoingly hitting on it through media, through other means, whatever I can, and have been asking SCPC to act on it. But Amritpal has taken up that issue, and then that is gaining ground also. Nihang Singhs have taken up that issue, that's gaining ground. But yes, that issue catches with the people's idea of Khalistan or Sikhism. It catches with the people's mind.
No, but that is what I'm trying to say. Sardar RP Singh, there is a very clear line. There is a line that has to be drawn between bringing back or reviving pride in Sikhi and bringing back people to the Sikhi way, and to try and equate that with Khalistan. Khalistan and Sikhism cannot be the same, sir. They're not the same. To come back to the Khalsa Panth or to the Khalsa way cannot be equated with Khalistan. That if Amritpal Singh is doing, then he is being very devious.
Yeah. I'll another 2 seconds and then finish. On Bandi Singh also, it's very important. I mean, the raking up the complete Bandi Singh and asking people to go and do something like Singhu border protest is all because they have to project themselves as the anti-center, because the message which Amritpal is also giving is that it's a center which is not allowing us giving us the freedom of the religion or of our Sikhism. So that's why the Bandi Singh issue, the fact is, let me make it very clear, the fact is Bandi Singh issue is related to the state, and I myself want those Bandi Singhs who have completed their term, people who have completed their term of given by sentence, they should be released. But it is a subject of the state. It's not the center who has to take a call on this. It's the state, whether it's Punjab or Chandigarh as a UT or Rajasthan or Delhi for that regard also. Whoever has to take a call should take a call and then do the needful. If someone has completed that sentence, which was given by the court, you can't hold a person.
Let me open this up. So you are saying that matters are deliberately... No, Sardar RP Singh, you have to yield and you got to let others also speak. So Parvinder Singh Sethi ji, आप क्या कहेंगे? एक तो जो सिक्की की बात कर रहे हैं वो अलग है, लेकिन सिक्की के अंडर देशद्रोह की बात कर रहे हैं, देश को तोड़ने की बात कर रहे हैं, ये क्यों हो रहा है? और ये जो नैरेटिव्स, जिस तरह के भाषण दिए जा रहे हैं, जिस तरह का बर्ताव हो रहा है, दिस इज क्लियरली इंसेंडियरी. इनको खुलेआम, व्हाई आर दे बीइंग गिवन अ फ्री रन इन पंजाब?
देखिए, जो देश की सिक्योरिटी है, पंजाब की सिक्योरिटी है, जो देश को तोड़ने का काम करता है, चाहे वो कोई भी व्यक्ति है, उसको बर्दाश्त नहीं करा जाएगा. उसको कोई भी बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगा, चाहे वो किसी भी पार्टी का व्यक्ति हो. और जो दिल्ली या पंजाब या हिंदुस्तान में रहने वाला सिख है, वो खालिस्तान की फेवर में नहीं है, कोई भी नहीं है. अगर कोई ऐसे लोग इकट्ठा होकर देश का माहौल खराब करते हैं, पंजाब का माहौल खराब करते हैं, उनके ऊपर स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन लिया जाना चाहिए, और लिया भी जा रहा है. चाहे पंजाब की सरकार है, चाहे देश की सरकार है, चाहे इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसियां उनके ऊपर बराबर नजर रख रही हैं. और अगर
लेकिन इनको तो इनकी रैलियां करने दी जा रही हैं, इनको तो तोड़फोड़ पुलिस बंदोबस्त के अंदर ये खुलेआम सड़कों पे नारे लगा रहे हैं पंजाब में, और जो इनके खिलाफ बोल रहा है उनको डराया धमकाया जा रहा है, उनको मार्क किया जा रहा है, उनको टारगेट किया जा रहा है.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी को टारगेट किया जा रहा है. जो देश के खिलाफ पंजाब के अंदर पंजाब का माहौल खराब करेंगे, उनको किसी भी हालत में बर्दाश्त नहीं किया जाएगा. ना देश की सरकार बर्दाश्त करेगी, ना पंजाब की सरकार बर्दाश्त करेगी, और उनके ऊपर स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन लिया जाएगा.
नहीं, स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन लिया नहीं गया अभी तक परविंदर सिंह जी, मैं वो ये कह रहा हूं। और ये जिस तरह के भाषण दे रहे हैं, इनको तो इनके ऊपर तो पहले से ही चार्जेस स्लैप कर देने चाहिए। अगर आप इनके भाषण सुनेंगे, दे आर सो इंसेंडियरी कि वी डिडंट इवन वांट टू प्ले व्हाट ही इज सेइंग एक्चुअली इन पंजाबी। रमनीक मान, इज दिस अ प्रॉब्लम दैट नीड्स टू बी निप्ड इन द बड? ये बंदा, ये दिस पर्सन, हु इज ही? ये तो यूके में रहने वाला बंदा, इंडिया में क्या कर रहा है? और जॉर्जिया में जाके किससे मिलके आया बिफोर ही केम टू इंडिया? And how is he been allowed to appropriate what Deep Sidhu was doing? And we all know what Deep Sidhu's lining this one was. Because that video is still viral at the funeral of Deep Sidhu, what was being chanted and what kind of flags were being put out. Ramnik Man. Jitendra ji, coming to you after this.
Yeah, Anand, I think, Anand, good evening. And let me assure you that nipping in the bud has gone far back. No, he's now becoming a demagogue, is now becoming a monster. Nipping in the bud is an old story now. That didn't happen. And the government of the day in Punjab didn't do anything. And they're still not doing anything. Well, you know, the gentleman speaking before me was talking about the ethics of Sikhi. That is about Sanji Valta and Sarbat da Pala. When you start talking about isolation, when you start to talk about balkanization of India, division of India, when you talk about that Sikhs are, you know, slaves, that's what, you know, they Sikh gulam hai. Hindustan de vich, Bharat de vich Sikh gulam hai. That's what he says. He's being an anarchist, he's being an alarmist, he's being somebody who's, I would say, instigator in chief, who's instigating Sikh youth. You know, I don't say कि उन्हें जे 3000 लोगों ਨੂੰ जे प्राणियों ਨੂੰ अमृत छकाया, they all of them are going to get radicalized. But I mean, that is one garb he works under. His garb is कि जी तुसी सिक्खी फैलाउणी है, तुसी देखो, whatever issues he's raising are very well researched. And whatever he says is very well rehearsed. ये दोनों गल्लां ने research ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, that is, I can assure you, when he was in, and I have brought this up at relevant points, when he was in Dubai, he used to work with a lot of Pakistanis in the transport business. He had drivers who were Pakistani origin, he had partners who were Pakistani origin, and his links with known Pakistani ISI sources are known, not just to me, you, the general public, but also to the agencies. But my point is, my problem is with the government of Punjab, the law and order situation. It's a state subject, and the government of Punjab is allowing somebody to, you know, bring about slogans which are separatist in nature, talking about Sikhs being slaves, talking about division and balkanization of India. Why are they allowing this?
No,
and Sethi Saab said कि जी हम कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं, कार्रवाई सर प्लीज एक, ही सेड हम कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं, नजर रखी हुई है. आपने नजर नहीं रखी जी, आप उसको प्रोत्साहन दे रहे हैं. कार्रवाई आपने एक नहीं की. आप मुझे एक कार्रवाई बता दो. वो खुले में कह रहा है यू गो मर्डर पीपल एंड टेल देम दैट मैंने बोला मारने के लिए. आपने क्या कार्रवाई की? क्या कार्रवाई की? दे गॉट डन नथिंग. भगवान, अरविंद, राघव एंड देयर लाइक्स, दे आर ऑल मिंटिंग मनी. They are milking Punjab dry,
sir,
and that's what they are doing. They are not concerned about
the allegations, the political.
Sir, एक मिनट, Anand, just 5 more seconds, Anand. Anand, this is very painful for me, but Anand, please allow me to speak. 5 more seconds. जी. ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਪਾਲ ਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਇਹਨੇ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਇਹਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਮਰਾਉਣੇ ਆ. He will bring to a point where, you know, our youth will be killed. ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਮਰਾਊਗਾ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮਰੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ. He is again putting us to the same path. And I am again telling you, he is becoming a monster. Nip him now. अभी भी उसका कुछ इलाज कर लो. This is high time.
No, his intent,
once he gets out of this, he's getting a authentication from people.
Well, I'm just
Anand,
saying,
इसको authentication मिल रही है लोगों से.
लोग अपने बच्चों को लेके जाते हैं. That is the reason why this is now. That is the reason why we have brought this up on a national channel and on a show like the Right Stand at 8 p.m. so that the country understands this.
Thank you.
My point is, Parvinder ji, please respond, and then I'll go to Jitendra ji.
Nobody dare do this. Thank you.
Parvinder ji, respond. कि इसको खुली छूट दे. आप बताइए, जिस स्टेट का चीफ मिनिस्टर भगवंत मान है, वहां सिख गुलाम है बोलने वाला जो बंदा है, उसको कैसे खुली छूट दी जा रही है? उस पर आप क्या नजर रख रहे हैं? वो ये कह रहा है कि जाके गला काट दो और मेरा नाम ले लो. These are points raised by Ramnik Man. Please tell me. परविंदर जी.
नहीं, मैं देखिए, जिस प्रकार रमनीक मान जी मुझे कह रहे हैं, मैं गवर्नमेंट में नहीं हूं, मैं ऑथराइज नहीं हूं, लेकिन मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि इस तरह की जो चालें चाहे पाकिस्तान कर रहा है, चाहे पंजाब के
सर,
अंदर
आप
जो लोग
डिफेंड
कर रहे
कर रहे
हैं,
हो।
उनको बर्दाश्त नहीं किया जाएगा। लेकिन ये पहले भी सिमरनजीत सिंह मान के भी इस तरह के बयान आते रहे हैं, पहले सरकारों में भी आते रहे हैं। ये परंपरा चली आ रही है, इसके ऊपर एक्शन होना चाहिए, चाहे पंजाब की सरकार है, चाहे देश की सरकार है। नहीं,
सर,
चाहे
आप
पंजाब की सरकार है, चाहे देश की सरकार है, दोनों एक्शन ले सकते हैं।
को इनकरेज कर रहे हो, आप डिफेंड कर रहे हो, आप डिफेंड कर रहे हो।
ही इज ऑल्सो,
मैं डिफेंड नहीं कर रहा, मैं किसी चीज को डिफेंड नहीं कर रहा। मेरे लिए पहले देश है, मेरे लिए पहले पंजाब है, मेरे लिए पहले देश है, पहले पंजाब है।
आपने बोला कार्रवाई करी, आप बताओ।
मैं किसी भी इस
नहीं
तरह
सर, आप दिल्ली में रहते हो, यू डोंट नो आवर पेन।
नहीं करता
सेठी साहब, यू लिव इन दिल्ली, यू डोंट नो आवर पेन। सर, यू लिव इन दिल्ली, यू डोंट नो आवर पेन।
सर मैं
आप नहीं डिफेंड करोगे।
देखिए अभी ये खबर, सेठी जी यहाँ तक की
एजेंसियां, इसके अंदर रॉ,
सर देखिए,
इंटेलिजेंस
हम पंजाब में ऐसे माहौल में बात कर रहे हैं जहाँ पे तरन तारण में एक पुलिस स्टेशन पे रॉकेट लॉन्चर चलता है, वहां की इंटेलिजेंस की हेडक्वार्टर्स पे रॉकेट लॉन्चर चलता है। ऐसे माहौल में बात कर रहे हैं जहां कोई भी अगर अमृतपाल सिंह या इनके खिलाफ बात करता है, खालिस्तानियों के खिलाफ बात करता है, उनके पर अटैक हो जाता है या वो मार्क्ड होते हैं, उनको धमकियां मिलने लगती है। ये ग्राउंड पे माहौल है। दिस इज अ रियलिटी सर, दिस इज अ रियलिटी। आई एम नॉट मेकिंग थिंग्स अप. And there are 100 people who will back me up on these with proof, sir. That's why I'm saying, Jitendra Oja ji. Yes, RP Singh ji, 30 seconds, and then Jitendra Oja ji, he's been patient, he's not spoken in 19 minutes. Jitendra ji, just give me just allow 30 seconds to RP Singh and then I'll come to you. Yes, RP Singh.
Sethi Sahab, problem with the Punjab government is that they have taken support of gangsters, I'm sorry to say that, and all the radical elements to form the government. And I'll give you one example. Kultar Singh, your speaker of the assembly, went and met Harjeet Singh Bajwa, a stamped Khalistani in Canada, had lunch or probably dinner with him and was felicitated by Khalistani. So we can understand that your people are doing a payback time to all such elements. And then again, Center has already issued you advisory. Center has already raised concern. I know for sure MH has raised concern with the state government that please check him.
देखिए, ये raise concern politics में people who claim to be कट्टर ईमानदार and कट्टर देशभक्त, if their leaders and elected members in the Punjab Vidhan Sabha are sitting and hobnobbing and breaking bread with Khalistanis, we have a serious problem, sir. We have a serious problem, and then we cannot afford youth to be misguided under the garb of reviving Sikhi or trying to bring back pride into Sikhi into this Khalistani agenda and secessionist agenda. Jitendra Oja ji, this is your time now. Nobody will interrupt you. Please. Ji. Thank you for your
Anand, thank you very much for bringing this issue on national television. We were very disturbed to see this kind of videos which have been in circulation for quite some time. Let me tell you, this has nothing to do with Sikhism. We always considered Punjab is heart of India. This is not only a grain bowl, but some of the bravest people are there from Punjab, and they have been contributing to security of our country. So our enemy like Pakistan or Pak-ISI or even their patron China, etc., they have been trying to create some turbulence over here. It's such a low-cost war. There are some lunatics almost in every community, but these lunatics are being sponsored, patronized, trained. And you see what is happening. It's our youth, our people who are being used to fight a war against our country. And who's going to suffer? Our people are going to suffer. Unfortunately, in Punjab, after KPS Gill, who created a massive machinery, very powerful machinery, only example where an insurgency, organized insurgency has been wiped out. After that, Punjab police has really nosedived their professionalism, their integrity levels, and somehow they are very disturbing news we are getting about Punjab police, not from media and other channels, but from sections of police officers over there. So there's a very serious problem. There's a serious problem of governance, subversion of institutions, and that kind of thing. Organized crime and this kind of insurgency goes hand in hand. And there is absolutely no way that without patronage of political class, without patronage of police establishments, this kind of subversion, this kind of thing can go on. Anand, it's a very serious matter. I would just say that Government of India has to take a strong note of this and come out with something where we nip in the bud. And it's not sufficient that we take action within our country. I've always said, in insurgency and terrorism, we have to have our strategy and we have to destroy global infrastructure, not only here, but even in Dubai money laundering syndicates. And a lot of third countries which appear to be impartial, which appear to be innocuous, and even over there, these kind of groups have been flourishing. So definitely we have to have a global and proactive strategy. And We have to tell our politicians that, look, this is something which threatens the integrity of the largest democracy of the world, and our strong governance is important not only for us, but we are also responsible for providing
I'm very
stability and
surprised.
security in this region.
I'm very surprised
I
that
conclude.
our panelists want the centre to do something, but there is no confidence in the state government to act on it. And the state government is being held beholden to these elements. GBS Sidhu in Khalistan conspiracy said that the last time around we saw insurgency, militancy and the events unfold through the 80s, 70s and the 80s in Punjab, it was a political conspiracy. Is there a political conspiracy that is there underneath all of this that is allowing Amritpal Singh and the likes wings? We have a serious concern, ladies and gentlemen, because Bharat cannot afford yet another round of what we saw in the 70s and the 80s. We cannot afford that, and we need to protect Sikhi from these kind of elements who are using Sikhi, using the Khalsa Panth over unfairly and for their undue devious means. I thank all our panelists. We're going to take a very short break. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not all doom and gloom. While there are concerns that we need to address, there are also reasons to cheer. It's the right note. On the other side, with a youngster who's just all of 27 years old, but he's put India on the global map not once, twice, multiple times. With control, with you, and with more than 350 songs under his belt, all of just 27 years old. It's a fantastic conversation with Arman Malik. Do stay with us.